Welcome to TalkTickers, where we break down the latest earnings calls. Today, we're diving deep into Semtech's Q2 fiscal 2026 results. Let's see what's going on under the hood.
So, how did the market react? Well, after hours, the stock nudged up just a little over 0.5%. It's a positive move, for sure, but pretty muted. That tells you Wall Street was basically expecting these solid results.
But really, this quarter isn't just about the numbers on the page. The real narrative here is this incredible story of discipline meeting momentum. They've spent the last year cleaning house financially, and now they're ready to hit the accelerator, especially in the world of AI.
So here's the game plan for today. We'll kick things off with the headline results, the big numbers. Then we'll get into that incredible turnaround story on their balance sheet. After that, we'll look at how their core businesses are firing on all cylinders, dig into their massive bet on AI optics, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with our take on the star. Okay, let's get right into it. Part 1, the results. How did they stack up against expectations?
And it was a clean beat, a really nice one actually. They topped analyst expectations on both earnings per share and revenue. In fact, this was their 6th consecutive quarter of growth, which is fantastic to see. And the guidance for next quarter? It came in right in line with what everyone was hoping for. No drama, just solid execution.
But honestly, those numbers don't even tell half the story. To really understand what's happening at Semtech, you have to look at the incredible financial turnaround they've pulled off in just the last year. It's pretty remarkable.
Okay, get this. Just 1 year ago, the company's net leverage ratio, basically their debt compared to their earnings, was a staggering 8.8 times. I mean, that's a heavy burden.
Fast forward to today, after paying down almost $880 million in debt, that ratio has absolutely plummeted to a super healthy 1.6 times. What does that mean? It means they now have the freedom, the flexibility to really invest in their growth engines. And this chart just shows you the payoff perfectly. Look at that. Their quarterly interest expense is down 80% from a year ago. That is a ton of cash that's no longer going to the bank and is now being freed up for things like R&D and other strategic moves. A total game changer. So the balance sheet is fixed. They've got financial flexibility. Now let's move on and see how the core business is actually performing. Are the engines firing? And the answer is a resounding yes. Performance was strong, pretty much across the board. You see solid growth in consumer, industrial, and LoRa. But the absolute superstar here? Data center. I mean, look at that. Record sales up 92% year over year. That's just explosive growth. And it's all being driven by demand for their FiberEdge products. Now, something else really caught my eye. Their LoRa business, that's their Internet of Things tech, is also showing some serious muscle. Shipments hit an all-time high, and management felt confident enough to actually raise their baseline expectation for quarterly revenue. This is being driven by some cool new tech for things like drone delivery and AI at the edge.
All right, so this is where it all comes together. With the financials in great shape and the core business humming along, Semtech is now in a position to make a really significant bet on the future. And that future is all about AI connectivity.
The key technology we need to talk about here is something called Linear Pluggable Optics, or LPO. Now, without getting too technical, just think of it as a way to connect things inside a data center that uses less power and has less delay. In the world of power-hungry AI data centers, that is a huge advantage.
And this isn't some far-off dream. Their roadmap to making money from LPO is crystal clear. Step 1, they're already working with 3 of the biggest hyperscalers out there. Step 2, they've already locked in design wins for their 800 gig LPO solutions. And Step 3, they expect the revenue from this to really start ramping up in the fourth quarter. It's happening now. And you just have to listen to the CEO, Hong Ho. He said the LPO transition is inevitable. He's not seeing it as an if, but a when. And for Semtech, this is a massive opportunity. We're talking about potentially doubling the amount of their technology inside every single optical transceiver.
But here's the really smart part. They're not putting all their eggs in the LPO basket. They're building out a whole portfolio for AI data centers. They've got advanced copper cable solutions that cut power by up to 90%, and they're already helping customers with the next generation 1.6 terabit optics. They're covering all the bases.
Okay, so let's put it all together. The balance sheet is rock solid. The core business is growing, and they have these huge AI catalysts right on the horizon. So the big question is, how should investors be thinking about Semtech from here?
So what's the trade? How do you play this? Let's walk through one potential way to frame this opportunity. We're calling this the AI Optical Ascension Trade. The idea is pretty simple. You go long Semtech, but you hedge that bet by going short the broader semiconductor ETF SOXX. The whole thesis is that Semtech-specific catalysts, that LPO ramp in Q4, the 1.6T pipeline, are going to help it outperform the rest of the chip sector. The hedge just helps protect you from any broad market downturns and really isolates your bet on Semtech's execution.
So, based on all of this, the incredible financial turnaround, the momentum in the core business, and this massive near-term AI catalyst, our rating on Semtech is outperform.
And of course, just a reminder that this is for informational purposes. This is not financial advice. Always make sure to do your own research before making any investment decisions.